Good morning, everyone. In the last video, we have discussed about some of the properties of the metal, some of the physical property as well as the chemical property. There we have studied that the metal oxides are basic by the nature. We have seen the basic nature with the help of the reaction with water. And here we are going to study some of the metal oxide which were amphoteric by the nature. I think आपको याद होगा मैंने कहा था जिंक ऑक्साइड और एल्युमिनियम ऑक्साइड are the two metal oxides which are amphoteric by the nature. So if they are amphoteric by the nature, then they can react with the metal. Then what happens when these of the amphoteric oxides react with the metal? Because the metal oxide, that is the base, cannot react with the base. Base reaction कैसे होगा? मुश्किल होता है. But if that is amphoteric, that means that can show the property of acid as well as the property of base. तो surely वो base के साथ react कर सकता है. So this is the amphoteric oxide, zinc oxide. When it reacts with the strong base sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium zincate along with water, a simple compound. Even the rate of reaction is very slow. आपको मैंने प्रैक्टिकली करके शो किया था कि किस तरह से ये रिएक्शंस होते हैं और तब मैंने आपको दिखाया था द रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन वाज अप्रोक्सीमेटली नील. बहुत ही स्लो रिएक्शन हो रहा था, इतना स्लो कि वो ढंग से पता भी नहीं चलता था. सिमिलर process happens with this one, that is the aluminum oxide, and when it reacts with the sodium hydroxide it forms sodium aluminate, and again the rate of reaction is very slow. Because of this reason, because of the amphoteric nature of the metal oxide, especially the aluminum oxide, we say that the aluminum is almost inert by the nature. Aluminum is unreactive by the nature. Question पूछा जाता है, why we wrap the bread in the aluminum foil? Why not any other foil? Even the aluminum is metal. नॉर्मली हम क्या करते हैं, खाने पीने की चीज़ों को ऐसे मेटल से थोड़ा दूर रखने की कोशिश करते हैं जहाँ पर मॉइस्चर हो, क्योंकि मेटल मॉइस्चर के साथ, वाटर के साथ, एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट करके आसानी से कोई कंपाउंड बना सकता है, जो कंपाउंड आपके हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा नहीं हो सकता. बट वी ऑलवेज रैप आवर ब्रेड, चपाती, पूड़ी, पराठा, जो कुछ भी आप लाते हैं, we wrap in the aluminum foil. Why in aluminum foil? Because aluminum is well known for their oxide layer formation. Actually aluminum के सरफेस के ऊपर एक ऑक्साइड का लेयर फॉर्म हो जाता है, this one. और जब एल्युमिनियम लेयर फॉर्म होता है, that aluminum layer is amphoteric by the nature. Because that is amphoteric by the nature, that does not react, that is almost inert by the nature, and because of the reason that aluminum forms a inert firm layer of oxide over its surface, it does not react with maximum of the substances. That makes the aluminum inert, and as a result we can wrap the bread in this aluminum foil. Then this is the uniqueness of these of the two compounds. They are amphoteric by the nature. They are acidic as well as basic by the nature. अगली क्लासेज में आएंगे तो इसके लिए प्रॉपर रीजन आपको बताएंगे. व्हेन यू विल स्टडी अबाउट द लेविस एसिड, ब्रोंचेल-डोरी एसिड एंड बेस कॉन्सेप्ट, देन यू विल डिस्कस, देन यू विल फाइंड दैट व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल रीजन behind it, why these of the compounds are amphoteric by the nature. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is the reactivity series. What is the reactivity? Which metal is more reactive, which one metal is less reactive? If we will write in a series, that will be a metal reactivity series. Actually metal reactivity series is a part of the electrochemical series. जब हम बात करते हैं इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सीरीज की, जब हम बात करते हैं कंडक्शन की, जब हम बात करते हैं किसी मेटल की रिएक्टिविटी की, जब हम बात करते हैं ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन की, तो हम बात करते हैं इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल्स की, पोटेंशियल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोड्स की. और जब हम पोटेंशियल्स की बात करते हैं तो पोटेंशियल की बात करते समय हम क्या करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल इज द वर्क डन ऑन एनी चार्ज टू सेंड इट टू इनफाइनाइट फ्रॉम एनी डेफिनिट पॉइंट, or to bring it from infinite to definite point. इन दोनों ही regions में, whether you are bringing that from infinite to definite point or you sending it from definite point to infinite, in both the cases, what is the work done? The work equal to force into displacement, and displacement is infinite, which is not a determined value. और जो वैल्यू डिटरमाइंड नहीं है then how you can find the work? डिटरमाइंड वैल्यू के मल्टीप्लिकेशन से डिटरमाइंड वैल्यू आ जाएगी, then you are not capable to find the potential difference. So what we have done, we have taken a standard electrode, and that standard electrode was hydrogen, called standard hydrogen electrode, and with respect to that electrode we find the potential of these of the different metals, and on the basis of that we find that which of the metal are more reactive and which of the metals are less reactive. Here in the series you will see the topmost will be the most reactive and the bottom one will be the least reactive. I am just writing the series. Then this is the metal reactivity series. The top member is the most reactive metal and the bottom one is the least reactive metal. The metals are, the first one is potassium, second one sodium, then calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, then copper, mercury, silver and gold. These are the metals in the metal reactivity series. Now in this metal reactivity series I have already said that the top one is the most reactive and bottom one is the least reactive, or you can say that this sequence, that is from bottom to top, is the increasing reducing property. Increasing reducing strength. That means this one is the strongest reducing agent and the bottom one is the weakest reducing agent in this metal reactivity series. So this is the metal reactivity series. Whenever the reaction in between two different metals or metal and metal salt is taking place, then always the element on the top can displace the element on the bottom. तो यहाँ पे ऊपर वाला एलिमेंट नीचे वाले एलिमेंट्स को उसके साल्ट से डिस्प्लेस करने की कैपेसिटी रखता है, बिकॉज द अपर एलिमेंट्स आर मोर रिएक्टिव देन द लोअर वन. क्लियर? यू कैन नोट इट डाउन द मेटल रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज. मैं कैमरे को थोड़ा टिल्ट कर दे रहा हूँ जिससे कि आपको आसानी से दिखाई पड़े. और हम फिर कुछ रिएक्शंस देख रहे हैं जहाँ पे कोई मेटल साल्ट के साथ रिएक्शन करता है, और वहाँ पे हम ये एक्सप्लेन करने की ट्राई कर रहे हैं, कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि विच इज द मोर रिएक्टिव, विच वन इज द लेस रिएक्टिव. जस्ट सी द पोजीशन ऑफ जिंक, कॉपर. वी आर गोइंग टू टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस वन. See, here we have taken two different reactions. In the first reaction, it is the copper sulfate which is reacting with the zinc, and in the second one, zinc sulfate reacting with the copper. I have already told you that the element on the top in the metal reactivity series can displace the element on the bottom, and I have specified the zinc and copper. Which was on the top? It was the zinc which was on the top. Zinc ऊपर था, copper नीचे था. That means zinc can displace the copper. And what will be the reaction? The reaction will be copper plus zinc sulfate. But when you will see the next one, that the zinc sulfate plus copper, the reaction is not going to take place. Why? Because of the same reason that copper is less reactive than the zinc. हमेशा more reactive substance ही displace करेगा. अगर हम एक और reaction देखें, this is the copper sulfate is reacting with silver. So when you will see the position of silver, silver is below the copper, so the reaction is not going to take place. But when you will see the reaction of silver sulfate Ag2SO4 with copper, you will find that the system is capable to take part in the reaction. The reaction will be CuSO4 plus Ag. That means the metals which are on the top of the metal reactivity series can displace the lower one. The lower one can't displace the upper one. And this is the reactivity of any metal with the metal salt. These were some of the reactions related to the metals. Now we can see that what are the non-metals. We have already discussed about the metals, so there's not much to discuss about the non-metal because both are just opposite, so their properties must also be opposite. The metals are good conductor of electricity, non-metals are not conductor of electricity, they are non-conductor. But it does not mean that all the non-metals are non-conductor. The graphite is a good conductor of electricity, the black phosphorus is good conductor of electricity, but they are the exceptions. So almost all the metals are non-conductor. When you will talk about the hardness, the metals are gases, non-metals are gases, liquid as well as solid. Some of the non-metals are solid. And one of the non-metal, that is the graphite, is extremely hard solid because of their 3D structure. लेकिन एक जनरल बात अगर करें कि क्या नेचर होता है नॉन मेटल का, दे आर नॉट नोन फॉर देयर हार्डनेस, दे आर द सॉफ्ट सब्सटेंसेस, सॉफ्टर देन द metals. Even some of the ionic compounds are extremely hard, which you will study at the end of the chapter. तो आपको हम किसी ionic compounds के बारे में नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम एक जनरल स्पीसीज के बारे में कर रहे हैं, जनरल एलिमेंट्स के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. When you will talk about the sonority, when you will talk about the conduction, when you will talk about the malleability, ductility, the non-metals are not known for these of the property. So this is the basic difference in between metal and non-metal. Metals are conductor, non-metals are non-conductor. Metals are sonorous, non-metals are generally non-sonorous. We can't say that the sound can't travel through this, but their sonority, their property to conduct the sound from one end to another end is not as good as in the case of the metals. And these are some of the property where metals vary from the non-metal. In the next class, we will discuss that how a metal react with non-metal, what is the nature of the compound when a metal reacts with non-metal and it is formed, and then we will discuss about the metallurgy, the step of the process for the purification of the metals from their ores or the minerals. Then thank you and have a nice day.